Very much. Well, I'd like to welcome you all to the annual award ceremony of the 8th year of the Ecosse Challenge. Even I forget the name now and again, we've had a few changes, but we are the brick&steel Ecosse Challenge, comprising 205s and Civics. As I say, it's been the 8th year. Seems a long time, but 2002 it kicked off, or I started it, shall we? 2010 was a very significant year for us again, with some superb performances, and in some of the best events in the UK. I don't think anyone will disagree with that. The fact that the top places, the winning of the top places, went right down to the wire at the last event was a bit nerve-wracking for some people. I had every faith in Creole, so it did produce the result, and it gave a few people nerves, but there you go. We're pleased to say that our new beginning with the Honda Civics has been a big boost to the first year we've had with them this year, 2010, so we're very pleased with that. I'd like to go on to thank our supporters for the year, because without them, we could hardly get it off first base. First of all, John McClory and Brick&steel. John has been with us now for 5 years. I think it's 5 years, John, I've been counting. And I mean, the support we get from John is incredible. I mean, some of it's visual. These beautiful red shirts, they all come from John. The van, but I mean, we get a lot of encouragement, and to have someone like John supporting us is really a huge boost. Then Mike Patterson and Hankook. Once again, we've had a huge amount of support from Hankook during the year. Hankook are not title sponsors; they just are our control tyre supplier. But we have had a huge amount of support from Hankook during the year, and we are extremely grateful for that in the size of the prizes, plus a damn good tyre. Andrew Wood Motorsport, I think if you travel around the country, not in Scotland, but other areas, I think you would realise just how good a service we have with Andrew Wood Motorsport. We grow to just accept it, but believe you me, if it wasn't there, life would be very, very difficult. Knockhill, who, once again, we don't see a lot of, but they do give us a lot of support. Everything we get from Knockhill is free. They don't charge us for anything. We carry a sticker, and they tolerate us, but we hope that that relationship is going to develop, and we'll get even more. Also have to thank the events we use. The Scottish Rally Championship events, as I say, they are the finest events in the country, and that is just supported by the number of entries they're getting. 6 events in the Scottish Rally Championship, and we get entry discount from them. On 4 of them we get to run at the front, so I think we get a pretty good support from the events themselves. I mean, just the discount alone, if you multiply it up with 20 odd cars, that's worth quite a lot of money. The new Argyll event this year, we supported that, and they give us discount. Okay, we didn't ask to run at the front because it was nobody knew what was going to happen, but I think that event will go from strength to strength. And as I said, I think the quality of the events we use, I think in their own sphere they are top quality. People ask us why we use the Givinmg instead of the Jim Clark. Well, we believe that the Givinmg suits our needs better than the Jim Clark. Plus we love mixing it with Geordie boys. And at this point I'd like to praise the initiatives of the Hankook SRC Junior Training Initiative, where once again a lot of our junior people participate in that. It's a very good system, and once again they've had a very strong year with good support from us. I want to thank my fellow organisers. It's the boys behind the closed doors, who maybe you don't see a lot of, but who have a big impact on what we're doing. Gordon Hasty, to name but one, Andrew Pemberton, who you are going to see a lot more of. And then there's the guys out in the field, Stephen, Richard and Leslie. Leslie can't be with us today, he's just back from Japan. It's a long way to go witching, believe you me. You want to pick your girlfriend sensibly. But he's having to work today to pay for that, so he couldn't be here, so he sends his apologies. And this year we've enjoyed support from young Chris Lees for his video work. I know you've all seen his first half year's work. And that has been tremendous, so I'd like to thank Chris for standing in the woods with us, and I think at this point we need to thank Demas as well, who have taken Chris on board and allowed him to stand in their good positions. So that's been a big help for us this year, Chris. Thank you very much. This year we've seen the greatest number of registrations we've ever seen, 24. Junior drivers prevailed once again in the 205s, 11 juniors and 4 non-juniors. We had 2 new, very young junior co-drivers, 16, 17, join our ranks, and we've had 3 old boys come back. Long may they keep coming, continue coming back, albeit all of you in Givinmg will come back. Will you, Graham? Where's Graham? We know that our championship, in the championship, we have the privilege of working with some of the best young drivers and older drivers in Scotland, and really the number of people who have the ability to go on and achieve great success in rallying is only limited by the amount of money about, unfortunately. But that's the same in any part of the world, so unfortunately we can't do a huge amount about that, but I think we know the quality we've got behind the wheel and behind the maps. We do all our marketing around the track. We go to Knockhill, we are out there in the field in the brick-and-steel van, and we attract a lot of people. And but at the end of the day, our competitors are our greatest ambassadors, and people see you out there. People laugh at our red shirts. I don't think they do. I think some of them would love to have a red shirt. Is that right, Kirsty? Yeah. But anyway, all the competitors do a tremendous job for us. The t-shirts appear, and we'll hear more about the exploits as we go on. Now, a quick peek into 2011. Interest in the 1.6 205s remains very, very strong, but it usually does at this time of year. But at the end of the day, we'll just wait and see who signs up at the border counties, but numbers are looking stronger than last year. We know quite a few crews are staying on, so that looks like it's going to be pretty strong. And as I said, we're delighted at the success of the Honda Civic plans this year, and we know that this class will continue to grow. We know we've got it right with the Honda Civics. The cars are extremely competitive, and I mean, they just sound out of this world, like a rally car should sound. And they've been remarkably robust. Okay, we've had 1 or 2 problems, but I think 1 or 2 of our drivers have really tested the robustness to the full. But the fact that one of them has managed to recover the car and get out to the end of the year and win says something for the cars. We've a couple of more people moving out to the 205s into the Civics next year, and we believe there's a couple of newcomers coming in to join us. We're running 9 events again next year. We're not changing the format of the championship, so it'll be exactly the same as 2010. So we will now move on to the award ceremony.